Out with my favourite storm kettle today. He's an absolute gem. This looks like a beautiful tranquil area, but looks can be deceptive. Absolutely love this little storm kettle. He didn't come with a bag, unfortunately, but he did come with a stand. He's a little gem, isn't he? I'll set him up on my little table so you'll get a better view of him, so I don't need the base stand today. The plan is to heat some water up with the Trangia stove inside the little storm kettle, and then I'm going to place on my homemade rack that I made, pot stand, put him on top of there, cook up some leftover tea, bit of spinach and carrots and cauliflower, add some hot water into it and ram in some tomato sardines. Hopefully it'll all work out just fine. I went out earlier in the week to make a video with all three of my fire kettles that I own, and I did half a job, to be honest. What I'll do, I'll put that in at the end of the video somewhere so you can see what I did. I was trying to compare all three of my stoves, my fire kettles, and show you which ones I prefer or which ones would be good for you maybe. And it all turned into a rambling mess, to be honest. Hopefully this one turns out to be a bit more coherent. I feel under pressure at the moment with it being school holidays, kids' school holidays. They've been off for a bit, and wherever I go it seems to be quite busy. Today I've got reasonably lucky on these fields, although there's still a chance I could get molested by dogs, which wouldn't surprise me. Oh, he's coming to the boil already. The steam's coming up already. Even when using Trangia alcohol, it's incredibly quick boiling water with this. Let's get him on there. I watched a video the other day from a chap called Maximus Iron Thumper. If you haven't seen him on YouTube, check him out. He's absolutely brilliant to watch. This is the first time I've used this little homemade stand, by the way. He's doing an excellent job. Let's move that. Let's go in with the sardines. Where was I? Maximus Iron Thumper. Let's get him in there. Yeah, he's really entertaining, and he's like a no-nonsense type of chap. And he took out an M kettle, which is very similar to this, but it hasn't got the spout on it. And he was thinking of replacing his BCB cook set with it to take it out on trips because of the versatility of it. So put a bit in there, wash him out. That'll work. I'm hoping I've got enough alcohol in there to bring it up to a nice fish and vegetable stew boil. That's looking good. Where's my lid? Oh, clean that up. He's a really resourceful chap, and what he did, he was using a little kettle like this. He had the M kettle, and what he did, he was using it with blocks, fire dragon blocks. That was it, a fire dragon block, and then throwing sticks in as well, and it was pretty much all he needed. So I'm definitely going to be utilising this little bad boy for a lot more trips and days out, especially now I've made the little rack for him to put on the pot stand. Full disclosure, I didn't buy this little storm kettle. I got sent it by Eydon Stoves. Eydon storm kettles, whatever. I did do a little review and first look at it on the channel, and I'll put a link at the end of this video in there for you if it helps. That didn't take long at all. What an excellent way to make a little bit of soup or stew. Looks awesome. I got distracted then for 5 minutes. There's a local walking their dog and we had a little chat. It was quite nice actually. They've been in the forces for 20 odd years and it brought memories back for them of going out and using little cookers and getting soaking wet, etc. They absolutely loved it. There's my stew. Nice and simple. Bit of fish and some leftover virgin sauce. I didn't realise tin sardines was a thing, as in it seems to be a trend at the moment where people are going sardines are like the best thing for you since the last best thing, since apple cider vinegar or whatever nonsense is the trend at the moment. I only got these because I just want to get a bit more fish in my diet, and they're dirt cheap. They're about £1 or something. It's such a dark, dreary day today. You'd think it was almost night time, but it's not. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me know how useful and versatile these sorts of stoves are to you. Are they the sort of thing that you use? Have you ever used them with an alcohol stove before? Or is it something you've looked at and you've just brushed over and thought yourself, nah, I'll get some gas or something like that because it's easier? I always disregarded the little fire kettles until I got myself a Ghillie kettle. I absolutely love it. But the problem I've got with that is it's too big. It doesn't fit in my backpack. I can't take it anywhere. So I'm kind of limited to taking it out of my car and using it on camping trips with a car. But this little man, he will just sneak away in my backpack, and I can use it with alcohol now as well. Now I've made this little tiny stand. Really easy to make. Just a bit of wire, bend it over in the right way and you're good to go. I really enjoyed that. I didn't even notice the little bones in it, to be honest. And my rubbish tin fits nicely in there as well. When I was talking to you about compactness, this is what I'm talking about. Even with making that little stand in there and assembling like that, ideally you fold them into that level of compactness. But as I've made my little stand, he doesn't quite close. Oh, I can put him under there maybe. There we go. I can fit him in underneath there, no problem at all. And he goes away even with the base stand there, which I would use usually if I was on something flat like a wooden table. Even with that, he still goes down to a really compact size and he's easy to get in a backpack. As I said before, out the 3 volcano stoves I got, this is my absolute favourite. I've been all out of sorts this week with kids being off on their Easter holidays. It means I've struggled to find anywhere quiet. Even today, it's really busy all around me. If you want to see me setting fire to 3 fire kettles, that's coming up in this video now. Don't forget to check out Maximus Iron Thumper. He's absolutely brilliant. I'm convinced that you'll like him. And I'll see you next time. Enjoy the video. I brought out 3 fire kettles today. I'm not going to run through all the specs, etc., because you can do that yourselves online depending on what you was interested in. To give you an idea of size, I brought out a 40 ounce or 1.1 litre Nalgene style bottle because I figured most people have got something like this, so it would be easier for you to visualise how big these actual fire kettles look in comparison. This is how they look when they're packed in their bags. And here they are assembled. I set out the water bottle on the left so you can get an idea of size. If you want to boil half a litre of water, then the Eydon Storm Kettle is the one for you. It's an absolute gem and the most compact. If you want to go a bit larger and you want to boil 3/4 of a litre, then it's the Petromax FK1. And if you want to boil a litre of water, then it's the Ghillie Kettle. I filled all 3 kettles up with water, and I wanted to give you a good comparison of how quickly they boil compared to each other. So I've got some of these wood wall fire starters just to make life a bit quicker and easier. Everything's going to be the same. And I bought a load of wood from home. It's all nice and dry, and we're going to put in some little bits as we go along. I thought this would help anybody who was thinking of getting one of these. Trying to throw exactly the same amounts of wood in to each one. Fire another 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in there. Try and make this as even as possible. This one he's taking up a lot more, so we keep firing wood in there. I can see definitely needs a bit more, but there again he's got double the amount of water to boil. Let me give you a quick look through the top. We've got the little Eydon there, he's going like a champ. We've got the Petromax, he's going like a champ. And we got the Ghillie Kettle. Because of his larger size, I should have started him off with some more flame in there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put another one of these wood wool in. Just to get that flame going, these smaller pieces. You can see from this, the little Eydon, with his half a litre, he's almost done already. So how are we doing? We've got steam and we've got bubbles there. He was slightly disadvantaged because I didn't put enough in the fire base to start with. We got bubbles here. He's died down quite a lot because I've stopped putting wood in there. Let's throw in a couple more bits. And then we've got this one, the little Eydon. He's nearly come to a boil, I think. Well, this certainly didn't go as I intended, did it? Because of the larger size of this, I really didn't feed him enough. Didn't start enough. Coming to a boil there. You can see the little Eydon stove, he's come to the boil. No problem at all. We've still got all that wood burning in there. Petromax, he came to a nice boil as well. We've got a load of wood still burning. And the Ghillie Kettle, I failed miserably with this, and the only reason being is I just didn't feed enough. If you look in the top, it takes a lot more combustible material to keep him going, but he is going to get there. What I probably should have done with this one was turn him around and faced him into the wind. But I've got 3 pots of fire on the go, and I'm filming at the same time, so it was never going to happen. He's going beautifully in there now. As I didn't want to waste the hot water, I've warmed my cup up and we get a brew on. I made this Ghillie Kettle look very slow. It's no fault of the kettle at all. It was down to me. I simply didn't get enough combustible material in the base to start with. Usability wise, things you need to know. To take them off, if you've got a little handle on the side, it's much easier. With this style of handle, if you try and lift it straight up with one hand whilst there's a flame in there, you're going to get burnt. So you always need to use both hands to lift it off when there's a flame. I want to talk about pot supports briefly. You can see on the Petromax it's got a built-in stand. It does two things. It gives it extra width, so that gives it more stability, and it also keeps it off the ground, so it prevents you from burning anything underneath. The little Eydon Storm kettle, he's got a separate stand, so you've got a choice of whether you want to take it or not. If you want to lose the bit of weight and the size, you don't take that, but to be honest with you, I find it to be a really useful little item. The Ghillie Kettle, I don't have a stand for that. Would I buy one? Probably not. I can always put it on top of a table or turn a frying pan upside down if I'm worried about burning the ground, and just put it on top of that. So there you have it, 3 excellent fire kettles. Whichever one you choose for your needs, you simply can't go wrong.